Astrology Tribe, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Christina. Today, actually, I wanted to make a podcast about weight loss in astrology and obesity in astrology. I know a lot of women and a lot of men is suffering with, like not able and not being able to lose their weight. And I wanted to do a little bit of insight and the significators of the weight loss and the significators as obesity in astrology. So first of all, I'm going to talk about some kind of planets over here. What does it represent? And I'm going to talk about the transit planets and the progress planets as well. So in astrology, and if it comes to obesity and weight loss, Sun is actually representing our digestive fire. The moon is representing our body fluid. Venus in astrology indicators and representing our foods, or sweets, and our sweet addictions. Also, if it's conjunct with Jupiter, it could be like obesity as well and hormonal imbalance. Venus could be responsible in female reproductive system for the hormonal female imbalance. Mars in your chart, in your birth chart and transit chart, always, if you're checking and if you want to know how can you lose weight, your attitude actually toward to exercise. So if you have, for example, Mars in your first house, most likely your digestive system is really quick, or maybe you can, and even if you are having weight issues and Mars is in your natal chart in the first house, then you have to check for other aspects, because those people who has Mars in first, they could be impulsive, they are quick, they fast all the time, easy to wake up, and they always in move. But some of them could become fat later on in life. Why? For example, I have Mars in my first house, and I do have Venus in fifth house, but I do have a hormonal imbalance which came after 42, and I'm gonna talk about that. So in female system, what can represent hormonal imbalance and how can you overcome it? All right, so let's move forward. Jupiter is representing your liver, and liver is doing the detoxification and responsible for the detoxification in our body. And Jupiter also the representative, the fat, obesity in your body, and yes, and also Saturn is representing the salt, so craving for salt, for example. Neptune is addiction, so most of the time alcohol addictions, and Pluto is the metabolic system and also genetic diseases, and also it could be detoxification of the colons, defecation, so detoxification of the body. Saturn also, for example, Saturn in Virgo, so Saturn representing salt, but Saturn in Virgo representing malnutrition. If you have a Sagittarius ascendant, or if you have Jupiter in the first house, most likely you had some kind of difficulties or yo-yoing back and forth during your life, gaining weight and losing weight. Okay, what kind of the other thing are in astrology, which is representing food and obesity and weight loss. Second house is responsible for food or garden, but that's our taste or food because it's ruled by Taurus. The fourth house is digestion. The sixth house is the digestive system, and the eighth house is the detoxification. All right, so what is skinny in astrology? Skinny, if somebody has Saturn in Capricorn, or when Saturn transiting your ascendant or your first house, it's not coming easy to lose weight. It is like, then you can have some kind of health issues if Saturn is transiting your ascendant, but definitely it signifies weight loss. if you have a progress sun or progress moon going to Capricorn, then it is also like representing skinny, lean people, and most likely you will lose your weight. And I'm just saying that because my husband, son, went to Capricorn 4 years ago. He's a Scorpio natal sun. And after he went in Sagittarius, so he wanted to travel all the time. And, you know, he gained weight. Jupiter, who was Sagittarius, gained weight. And when it went to Capricorn without anything, so he just started to lose weight and he became very lean and really skinny. So if you have Saturn in good aspect with ascendant or the ascendant ruler, that is actually a good indicator to lose weight. And also when your progress sun and moon going to a Capricornian area. Okay, so the other thing is North Node in first house or North Node conjunct with Saturn. That's also an indicator to you are capable to losing weight. So as I said before, the fat is belong from Jupiter. So if you have a Sagittarius ascendant or Jupiter in the first house, that could become and indicate a chubby person or obesity. And, you know, and actually Jupiter in Taurus and Cancer could be also representing a chubby, not obese, but chubby person. Jupiter in aspect with the ascendant, and if it's any, for example, if it's in a bad aspect, then it's hard to lose weight. When it is in a good aspect, it could mean an obese person, but through a transit, it could be easy to lose weight. So, for example, when can you lose weight? When Mars actually is in your first house, or Mars actually is in your 8th house because of your detoxification is fast and easier. Or if Mars is going actually conjuncting with Saturn by transit, or actually goes on your ascendant, so it will be easy to lose weight. When the ascendant ruler is in Taurus, Taurus is a fixed sign. It also could actually represent obesity. And when Mars is in Libra or Cancer, that could represent some kind of emotional eating, or through emotions, it could indicate some kind of, you keep the toxin inside. So we also checking in astrology critical degrees, midpoint. So if you had, for example, a good aspect between Saturn and Jupiter, but it's still hard to lose weight for you because Saturn is in your first house, no, Jupiter in your first house, but has a good aspect with Saturn, then you have to check Saturn and Jupiter midpoint. And if any planet going through there, for example, if Mars going to go there, it will be easy to burn calories. So that's what we are looking for. Also, we are looking for Uranus transiting in your first house, or Jupiter, your 6th house. So Saturn in 1st and 6th house, that's definitely losing weight. Jupiter 1st and 6th house, it's definitely gaining weight. Uranus transit in 1st house could go either way. If it's in a good aspect with Saturn, then it's losing weight. If it's in a bad aspect, it's like craziness and hormonal imbalance. If it is a good aspect with Jupiter, then it could be like, all right, I'm helping you to lose your weight. But if it is in a bad aspect, then it is also representing like I'm giving you shit and I'm giving you hard time to lose weight. When can you start diet? When Mars is in your first house, or or Saturn is in your first house, or in your 6th house, or actually Mars could be also in your 2nd house, because 2nd house is your taste. And or for example, Mars in fourth house, it's your digestive, it's digestion, the fourth house. Digestive system is sixth house. So if it is in the fourth house and sixth house, you can also start dieting. So Venus and Neptune conjunction, it could be, for example, addiction for sweet. So be careful with that, because you can get addicted for sweet. And actually recently I had a Venus and Neptune conjunction, and well, it was difficult because I started to eat sweets, but I had never experienced before, like craziness. So Mars in 12th house, slowing down your metabolism. So that transit is definitely, you have to wait out. Or if you were born with that kind of situation, then it's hard for you to in this case, to have a fast metabolism. So you will need to have some supplements which is helping you. And usually the supplements, you have to make Mars stronger. In 12th house, Mars is not strong. So what are you going to consume? For example, you can do nettle tea, right? Martian energy, and it's helping you. Hawthorn, little berries, it's also helping you with metabolism and heart palpitation and losing weight. And, you know, like some kind of supplements which is going to help you, any kind of cactus supplements which is making you lose weight. But definitely you have to make your Mars stronger if you had in your natal chart there. And plus Mars in 12th house also could represent like, you know, like suicidal thoughts, and it could come from some kind of situation like I'm depressed and I'm not, and depression actually leads to obesity many times. So Jupiter, for example, in second house could be craving for fat, craving for avocado, craving for fatty meat, for example. And what are you gonna do when you have that kind of in your natal chart or transiting chart? It's good for financially, definitely, but if you're craving for fat, then you have to support your liver. And the liver support herbs and astrological Jupiterian herbs here, representing like milk thistle, dandelion, so which is actually helping your liver to detoxificate your body and decrease the craving for fat in your body. Okay, so what about Pluto? So Pluto is representing, or you know, the 8th house, the Lord of 8th house. The 8th house in this kind of astrology representing the detoxification, the defecation, the anus, or poops, or yeah. So and detoxification. So what's happening with Pluto transit when we have to lose weight? So if Pluto transit your ascendant, then you are capable to detoxify your body, or actually progression. So it is like when Pluto, for example, goes to your first house by progress in your progress chart, or Pluto goes to your 8th house, so you lose all the toxins from your body. All right, so I think I talked about everything. Yes, and solar, no, I didn't. Solar return chart is very, very important. And actually you can manipulate your weight loss and helping for yourself through your solar return chart. So what I did, I went to a place where Saturn could be close to my ascendant. I didn't want to be exact because I didn't want to have major health issues. And I remember when Saturn transited my first house and was close to my ascendant, I had a lot of teeth issues, implants, joint issues, backache all the time. So I didn't want that. However, I wanted it to be close to the ascendant and first house, so it is, and then I am capable to lose weight when Saturn is transiting. So when you do your solar return chart, you're going astro.com or any kind of free calculation and do a solar return chart, then you can actually fly somewhere where you can initiate weight loss, or where you can initiate to meet your future husband and wife, or initiate to win the lottery. So if it is your plan in your life, but right now I'm talking about weight loss. So then you have to put Saturn in your 6th and 1st house, close to the ascendant. However, always be mindful to have Saturn in good aspect with other malefic. And I'm telling you why. Because if it's not, when you're doing your solar return chart, then it will be devastating on your health, because Saturn, the 1st house is your body and the 6th house is your health. So if you put Saturn over there, but it is in a bad aspect with any natal malefic or any transit malefic, you actually can screw a lot of things, your health. So, all right, guys. And yes, diabetes. Right now, I'm just going to check that little Shutterstock photo, what I'm talking about here, like obesity and, like losing weight and diabetes is actually depend on Venus. For example, Venus in 5th house, it's like overindulging sweets. And it could also create 5th house's heart disease and rules the heart itself and circulation. So it could actually elevate not just your blood sugar, but also elevate the triglyceride in your body, and like it could be devastating. So check out those kind of aspects. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to make a comment under this video. And if you have anything in mind, I would like to learn from you. If you have any other observation, if you liked my podcast, please check out my videos, and please check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. Thank you so much for your attention. Until I meet you again. Bye.